Welcome to the classroom. This is the Classroom Management Plan by Ellery Zant. Throughout Mrs. Zant's classroom, the rules will be to line up at the door quietly with hands on your side, walk in the hallway in the classroom, no running, use inside voices while inside, learn to keep hands to yourself, be on time, come to class prepared, have good listening ears, raise your hand and wait to be called on, show respect, help clean up and play safely, use manners whenever possible, please and thank you, be kind to others, do your best, and lastly, have fun. Students will face logical consequences in Mrs. Zant's classroom. If you do wrong, make a choice that's not the best, you will get a stern talking to. Eye-level explanation of what you did that was not a good choice, explaining out why I'm disappointed in you, and you will clean up your own mess that you made. Explanations will be given that I expect a better choice out of you next time. Rude behavior will be ignored. If continuous interruptions and bad behavior continue, students can be excused to the back table. They can have time away. Students can lay their heads on the desk and rest until they are ready to participate again. Good behavior will be acknowledged and praised throughout the day. Routine and procedure. Enter the classroom and put your stuff away and take a seat for attendance. This will be the routine for students every single morning. Supply bin routine and procedure. If a student breaks a pencil or needs more supplies during a lesson, such as an extra crayon or a glue stick, a student is allowed to get up out of their seat, walk over to the supply bin quietly without distraction, help themselves, and return to their seats without raising their hand, as quietly as possible so they do not disturb the lesson. If a student needs to go to the bathroom break routine and procedures are that students do not say the B word, they do not raise their hand. They need to stand up and get the bathroom pass and place it on their desk. Then they proceed to the bathroom. When they return from the bathroom, they need to get the pass off of their desk and place it back on the wall and take their seat, quietly without distraction. If a student finishes work early, the early work routine procedure is if a student finishes work early, they are to quietly, without distraction, read a book or play an educational game on a classroom tablet in their seat. No talking to friends at this time while other kids finish their work. The students' classroom transition routine and procedure will be that students will transition from one class or activity to another when the music starts. I will play music between each transition, and it will be such music as the cleanup song to tell students to clean up or return to their seats or to line up at the door so that students know it's time for transition. This will help keep an upbeat feeling in the classroom and help students know that it's time to move on to the next activity or class. I will reteach classroom routines and procedures every chance possible. Before break, after break, at the beginning of school, middle of school, end of school year, and just anywhere in between, just to keep students prepared and understanding, and in case they think that we need to add anything to the rules or to our classroom. And here's just an extra slide 1 through 4 of everything we just went over, routines and procedures. And here's 5 through 7, procedures and routines continued with a little extra so that you can spend a little extra time on these slides if you need more information. What to do in a classroom emergency? Always, always, always walk, listen to adults, stay calm, and stay quiet so that you can understand directions and follow along. What kind of emergencies do we see in school? A fire drill. Students will push in chairs, lights out, single file, silent line. We will proceed towards the backwoods outside of the playground, past the playground on the right, and count off. Next, we will see an evacuation. Students will push in chairs, lights out, single file, silent line. They will walk toward the high school for this, past the playground on the left, proceed to the new gym, and I will count off attendance to make sure we have everyone. A shelter in place may happen. That is when the doors are closed and locked, windows covered and closed and locked, and students may only move around the building with an escort. We may also see a lockdown, which we need our lights out, doors locked, hide under the tables, chair pulled toward you, no talking, absolutely quiet until we know that the drill or the real event is over. We may also see a weather emergency. Know the safety zone. We need to know where to move to, what the plans are. We need to move there quickly, quietly, so that we are safe and we can hear the teacher. This is a classroom setup and organization. That's also part of a classroom management plan. This will help so that things can process through the room smoothly. Organized space allows students, such as yourself, to thrive socially, behaviorally, and creatively. We see here is the entrance door. In the back, we have where you will place your water bottles next to the sink. We have the small group workroom in the back where I will pull students aside, a cool down area, play area, extra supply bins, the front of the room, my teacher area, and the main desks in the middle, and then a student lounge book area, and a bin for everyone's student work to be put into at the end of the day. The importance of including students into this classroom management plan is students in Mrs. Zant's classroom will be included in the classroom rules and responsibilities. This will help you as students understand what is expected and help you motivate to stay on task with the rules as you created them. It is important for students to be included so you also know that you are invested in your own learning. Being included empowers you as students, and it helps students have stronger engagement, better academic performance, and less behavioral problems. Classroom philosophy is also important in the classroom management plan and in the classroom. It is important to have in the classroom to help students with problem solving. It helps students with their communication skills and expressing their ideas clearly. It also helps students learn to analyze concepts, definitions, arguments, and problems. And it gives students sound reasoning methods. These are all things to help you succeed. Great things to have as extra help for you and in the classroom. Behavioral plans, we will go over them. Behavioral plans will be laid out with description of the behavior that is being seen, a summary statement describing the function of the behavior. We'll also map out what interventions we could use and the expected results of doing so, how it will help the behavior. Behavioral goals will be planned for and with students. You will help me plan if there's something that you just really need to earn or higherly achieve and need some extra incentive. If things just aren't so easy for you, you have a lot on your mind daily, this will all help. If it's beyond our control, a crisis intervention plan will be laid out just in case it comes to that and it's needed. And positive behaviors will be rewarded, and more reinforcement such as higher praise and more break time will be given for those who go the extra mile or are really good all day and try their hardest. How to properly implement classroom management plans. The best thing to do is build strong relationship with students, set clear expectations, establish routines, use positive reinforcements, praise positive behavior, be consistent, have routines, plan transitions, and address any disruptive behaviors that come about. Thank you for watching my presentation. Here is the reference pages for your review. I hope you can now have a clear classroom management plan. I hope this helps you with your classes in the future.